Welcome to the Bougie Black Brother Network.
To Hidden Gems. This is Sean, your host, and today I have some very, very special guests today. We have the owners of True Products, Malik, Ali, and Raheem today, and I will definitely be interviewing them about their 100% black owned laundry detergent, True Products. How y'all guys doing today?
Great, man.
I really appreciate y'all for taking your time out, man, to interview with us today, man.
Thank you. Thank you.
No problem. So, how did you guys get started on doing this laundry detergent? I know this is the basic and simple, man, but I'm highly interested, and I really want to know.
Well, this was an idea that we came up with through my brother. He is the scientist.
Okay.
He's been in this industry for over 40-some years. That's his profession.
Okay.
And he went to school for that. Not only that, his parents, grandmother, they helped condition him for being a leader in this industry.
Interesting.
He did his beginning work in New Jersey. That's when he started. He went to school there, the college there. And after he got out of school, he worked in a chemical manufacturer. And he was coached by Egyptian on-the-job training after he came out of college. Okay. And I think that's what gave him a little slight edge over the rest of the guys.
Now, what you mean by Egyptian training?
There was a brother that was from Egypt.
Okay.
And took him on as a student and coached him.
Okay.
So he became real popular in manufacturing, and also he was good at formulas, and they saw his expertise. So Dow Chemical was looking for a research chemist.
Okay.
Dow Chemical is one of the biggest manufacturers out here. They're ranking right up with the top 3. So they looked him up and made him an offer and moved him from New Jersey to South Carolina. And he brought his whole family, and he began to create formulas for them. He has formulas in about 8 or 10 different countries, patents all over.
So he got like a folder, a book full of patents.
Yes.
Of formulas.
Yes. This is his passion. This is what he believed that God put him here to do.
Okay.
And it was an idea. This was a thought when I came to Georgia and I looked at the plant, and I saw that he has a great opportunity, a lot of resource, and so I looked for a team. So I found Raheem. I've been knowing him, and I also I didn't know Malik when I was in Newark, but he used to visit my place of business, and that's how we came together. It just was a thought. It was an idea. It was zero at one time, and we brought this into where it's at now. Manifestation,
Right.
You know, and it's been a great journey, and we have learned so much now in the last 5 years.
Now, what was your first thought when he presented you the idea? What were you guys' first thought when the idea was presented to y'all about, making a laundry detergent?
Well, when he talked to me about it and we went to visit his brother, I saw the opportunity for us to brand a product because his brother had great skills.
Okay.
And he was doing business for himself. He was no longer with Dow Chemical. So he created the formula.
A brand new formula.
Yeah, brand new formula. No formula, nothing related to anything he did for somebody else before.
Okay.
This was a formula that he created just for True. And after he introduced me to his brother, then he and I, Ali was pushing, said, man, we need one more partner. And he said Malik would be the guy. And so we presented then to Malik. I thought it was a great idea, and Malik can tell you what he thought about it when we brought it in.
When you first presented James to me, I had heard a little bit about the laundry detergent. But I never used a laundry detergent, and I didn't know anything about laundry detergent business.
Okay.
So when Ali presented it to me knowing him from back in Europe, because he was a businessman then, there was no question. I just jumped right on it. I hadn't even seen the plant or the laundry detergent. So it was just on straight faith for me.
Okay.
Yes.
I like that. So how did y'all meet, or like where did y'all grow up at together?
Well, I met Ali back in Europe in the probably early 80s.
Okay.
And we all moved down here in the 80s. And I met Raheem in Atlanta probably during the 90s, maybe in the 90s I met him.
So what made y'all like so trustworthy with each other? Like, I think that's one of the hardest things, to actually like trust somebody in a business, family or not. What kept y'all bond together to kind of, continue to do this?
Well, I'll tell you one thing that kind of kept us together. When I used to see Ali, we would just be moving through the city, right? Mm-hmm. Moving to places where we worship at, in different places like that. And his greeting would be, "Peace be unto you, champ." That's what he would say, right? Mm-hmm. And then I would call him a champ, right? And I told him before, I used to have the spirit in me that I thought it would be great for us to work together. I had no idea it would ever happen. Okay. But that's the kind of vibe that I got from him. That every time I saw him, I had that vibe. I said, man, I sure would like to work with him. He got a great spirit. Okay. And that spirit led us to what you were just saying, right? Trust is the most important thing. Yes. Because if you don't, it won't even allow the love that the Creator wanted us to have between each other unless we trust each other. Yeah. See, if there's no trust, there's no love. And if there's no love, it's not going to be any success with trust and love. So that's basically what happened with us, that we trust each other fully. Okay. And it shows in our success from us being together for, I think we're going to our 7th year now.
With just True Product.
With just True Product.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. And what about you, Ali?
Yes, it's the trust is the key to relationship.
Okay.
And we built on trust, integrity, and we knew by being in business since 1968 on my own. I'm like you. I walk the streets and hustle.
Right.
And created money and opened up business. And I touch a lot of people because I like serving. I'm a people person. Right. And knowing that there was a need for us to have a product that people can use over and over. And we brand this product, and knowing in our condition in the African American community, we have numbers, but we don't have products. Right. So that's the passion that drove us together, you see, and with the faith of the Creator. That's what back us. It's 3 of us, but God has always been behind us. And that's what make us grow, and that's what make us want to do more for the community and for our families. That is the driving force, to leave a legacy where our family won't have to be, running to college and begging somebody for a job all the time. Right, exactly. We have to create jobs for our people. And that's what drives me. I was able to employ 17 people every week when I was in Newark. I had to pay 17 people. So by having that experience, having punched the clock since 1968, that give me a lot of energy and a lot of freedom. Don't have to rush to nobody and then someone threatened to fire me. Right. And I didn't need that in my life at that time. So I was blessed to always touch money. That never was a problem for me.
Right. Okay. I like that. So I guess the trial and error for the detergent, there was really not much of a trial and error to test it, or what was the trial and error trying to test out your product first to the people?
I think the first thing was that we brought the product in, and we brought it in as we sold it on guarantee.
Okay.
After we found that we made an agreement that we was going to run the business together, we purchased our first container of laundry detergent from the scientists. So we brought it in and we sold it in this bottle right here, which is a gallon bottle.
Okay.
And we sold it in this we sold 5,000 gallons. That was our first order, was 5,000 gallons. And we guaranteed the people, we said if you buy it, if you don't like it, we give you money back.
Okay.
So we bought it in at a great price. This is like a gallon. We sold this gallon for like $10 and we sold it across the board. And the people liked it. But as we sold it, more and more people say, "Y'all have a good product, but y'all need a better image."
Okay.
So with my connections in China, me, Ali, and Raheem, we took a trip to China. So we brought this bottle back. So we bought 5 different color bottles back. So we took it around to the sisters and let the sisters find out which color would be better. And almost 90% of the people chose this color.
Okay.
So by us choosing this color, it's a great color because we're the only purple bottle in the laundry detergent business.
Yeah.
So this is what made this product so great. Is the content in the bottle.
How did you get your connections in China?
Well, I've been doing this for like 12 years.
Okay.
And traveling back and forth and finding products and developing products. So we went over there as a group, we picked the bottles, brought them back and let the people check them, and we found a great price, and then we started importing our bottles directly from China itself. So that made our prices a lot better. We could compete with other people. We didn't have any middlemen, we went straight to the source.
Right.
So that was a positive, a plus for us.
Okay. All right. So what made you guys move to Atlanta?
Then economics.
Okay.
Well, my goal was to move to Texas. I was doing business education, marketing, coaching people after I came out of the food business. And the guy who was coaching me, he wanted me to move to Houston.
Okay.
But I had 7 children, and education was very important for me. At the private school here, I brought my children there and put them in the private school.
Okay.
And I like the numbers here, and I like the environment.
Well, I had sisters. Well, one of my sisters is here. I went to graded nursing school, and I had an older brother here. So I moved over here from Anderson, Alabama, and it was opportunities. Yeah, so I saw great opportunities here. So I moved here with my sisters and my brother.
Okay. So how did you guys move from selling door to door to selling on Amazon, I would say?
We went to an affair up in Detroit, Michigan.
Okay.
And there were quite a few young people there. It was like 30,000 people there. We had a distributor in Detroit. So at this convention, it was like 30,000 people. And I think also Jimmy Carter was there and some other people that drew a lot of people there. So we went to support our distributor. They had just started buying as a distributor in Detroit. And so we went to the convention, and while we was at the convention, the young people came from all over the country and from Canada, and they kept asking the questions, did we have it on Amazon? Was it online? They said, if you have it on Amazon, then we'll buy it, right? Because they couldn't carry it back with them on the plane, right? So after they told us that, we came back, and Ali and I was there, and we shared with Malik that they were asking for it to be on Amazon. And so Malik went to work and put it on Amazon. And then after we was on Amazon, they put us on Amazon. And so Pam and her husband bought it, and then they came over and showed us some more, took us to another level in terms of sharing with us how to create our website so it'll be an e-commerce site, and we could sell off of our site as well off of Amazon. And then we started selling on We Buy Black.
Right.
Are you familiar with them?
Yeah, I'm definitely very familiar with that.
Yeah. So then that was like 3 platforms that we were selling on. And before we were selling off of Amazon, then we started on our site, and then we went to We Buy Black. So that was like three e-commerce stores that we were selling off of. So that's what took us to the level of getting it across the country.
Not to really get into the numbers, but what's the difference from now to when you guys were just selling it from door to door?
One of the differences is that we're able to increase our buying and we're able to sell more right now. We have 35 distributors across the country. We're looking to improve that next year to 100 distributors. So it helped us from going just door to door to seeing a larger audience, which is the whole of America. And right now we're shipping to all 50 states. And we also have a distributor in Bermuda. So that it's just been a constant growth. And we thank God for the growth. And we thank God for the people who supported us. Because one thing you have to realize is that if you bring a product to a person that they never heard of that product,
Yes.
and you have a name brand product that's been on the market for years, and they use this, and then you ask them to change from their product to your product, that takes a big change, and that takes a big courage in the people.
Yes.
And we thank the people for taking that courage and seeing us and thinking that, and realizing that we have a product just as good as anybody else's product.
You guys been traveling a lot often lately since you guys, I would say, started off the campaign?
Yes, we just came back from the East Coast, Philly, over the weekend.
Okay.
And it was awesome to see the people appreciate the product. They loved the product in Philly and Jersey and other areas. And we did have setbacks. That's part of the business.
Yes.
I think our best niche was we was true to the people when they call if they have a disagreement. We always would guarantee them and send them another product if things happen.
Okay.
That is part of the business world. We do a little more in service because we know if we keep the person happy, they're going to stay with us.
Right.
And that's just the norm in the business world. So we welcome all the views, and when things go wrong, we really rush to make sure we take care of our people. We talk to them on the telephone, send them extra product, we send them gifts. And we also pray for our clients. That's what make us. That's why we say you guys are our hero. We just don't say customers, because y'all stick with us from the beginning. And anytime you have people stick with you, man, when you just getting started and still with you, we have people right here in the city of Atlanta that have been buying it from day one. Yeah. They say don't want nothing else in the house. So those are educated consumers. Those are the people that have love. And that's what we have. Mm-hmm. See, our biggest movement, even though we got a top product, but we know if we don't have integrity and the people don't trust us, you still ain't got nothing.
Right, exactly.
So we stay on that consistent. We preach that. We have to make sure our customers are happy. When we make prayer, we pray for the customers. We want you to stick with us, okay? And y'all have been. That's why we're able to keep the doors open, all right?
Yes, sir. That's what's up. So individually outside of business, what's one of the most best and favorite places you guys like to travel? Malik, I'll start with you.
China.
China?
Yes.
Why China?
Because it opened up opportunities for us that necessarily when other people wouldn't open up. And we was able to get many more products made from the connections that we have in China. Because I'm just a China per se. But most of the products that you see made in this country is made in China.
Right. So
the products is good, we get the prices better, and we don't have to go through any middleman. So that's the plus for me.
How's the culture there?
Well, when you walk into a factory in the United States, they want to know who you represent. When you walk into a factory in China, they want to know how many pieces you want to buy.
And then Ali?
Well, I did a little traveling outside the country. I like China first, the business, but I like Singapore.
Singapore?
I like Singapore because Singapore is one of the countries that people set their goals to be financially secure early in life. They get that out of the way. And I think that's one of the problems that we suffer with, and the reason why we don't have a good relationship. We have a poverty spirit.
Right.
And we thinking that the wealth is on the outside all the time. But my research has shown if you have a wealth attitude, you see, wealth consciousness, then you don't have to carry that. You might not have a dime in your pocket. You might not have nothing in your bank, but nobody know it because you got a wealth spirit.
You
see?
walk it.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, I can respect that. Yeah. Singapore, that's a good one. I'm going to have to look into that. and then you, Abdul?
Well, I like China for the opportunities and for our chances in America to do for self.
Okay.
And that's a great connection for us. And then when you go back, way back in history, you'll find out that Africans taught China a lot.
Yeah.
And so we have a connection there. And like Malik was saying, it's all about being straight up with you about how much money you're going to spend. You don't get the blockage that you might get some other places, you know. Mm-hmm. And it makes it a level playing field for us. If, like everybody else here is buying everything from China, if we turn our attention to that, where we can brand and name things ourselves, right, so that we can flow them through our community, then we can keep that dollar circulating in our community like we should. With $1.3 trillion going through our hand, that is a great opportunity for us to name things and brand things and bring them into our community, the things that we know that we're using, that somebody else is bringing, that we should bring ourselves and do for self.
So do you feel like us kind of allying with China business-wise would really help us capitalize on our community kind of building better?
Yeah, I think it would help us now. It would help us now become more competitive. Okay. It would help us be able to know that we're buying our product from that's going to benefit us because we put our name on it and we put our brand on them. See, and that keeps that money circulating instead of spending money.
Right.
See, when you buy something and it goes out from your community, it's called spending money. And money is just like the blood in your body. It should be circulated.
Yes.
So it should come back to the point of return. So it can benefit us as a community. And not 9 out of the $10 that we have in our hand going to somebody else's community. There's nothing wrong with the money going to your community, right? And we shouldn't get mad at people. What we should do is do what everyone else is doing, keep that money circulating in our community so it can benefit us in the long run. And another place I like is Africa. And the reason why is because I think that's the next frontier and that's the next opportunity for us to team up also with China, right?
Right.
Because you got all those natural resources there.
Yeah, China's already there.
Yeah, they're already there.
Yeah, they are already making the move.
They're already making the move, right? And
Yeah.
so it's opportunities. You know, it's great opportunities for us to do things here as well as, do things in Africa also.
Okay, allies. I like that. So what advice would you give young entrepreneurs out here, one, trying to cut the street hustle and trying to go legit? I think that's a big question because when I was young, man, again, when I was 20, 25, it was hard for me trying to come up with the idea of detergent, So what would you give young entrepreneurs that's in the game and that's trying to get in the game advice to build and succeed?
Well, I'm giving 4 things to start with that was taught by our leader, Brother Muhammad. He said that belief in God is number 1, hard work is number 2, high thinking and simple living. Now, when we have high thinking, all we have to do is just think, what do we need in our community that we should, what services or what products do we need in our community that we can provide our community ourselves without outsiders always providing everything for us. It is very simple to do. You just take what you know, you're already out there making money, so you just transform that into a legitimate part of the business. And we need everything in our community. We need to produce it ourselves.
Right.
I mean everything. And if we need to go outside our community, we should go out, we should have a limit of going outside our community to buy something. It's just like the restaurant business on the north side. The north side, the people don't want the African Americans in their restaurant. They tell them, no, you can't come in. Okay, go establish your own restaurant. Never walk into a place where nobody don't want you. Don't force yourself on anybody. Build your own.
Okay.
Very good, because that formula, it does work. Once you find out that you have unlimited power in you, you have to do self-evaluation. What is your passion? What do you really love doing? That's the move that you get into. If you have passion to serve people or technology passion, then you make a move in that. You enjoy doing that, and it's more easy for you, you see. We are in a state, in the African American community, we have a lot of fear. We fear the unknown. We fear that we're going to fail. That's why we don't bring the money together. We don't trust one another because, you know, we have seen people go into business and close up business.
Right.
But that's just a process. You can't
have one business and that go to a millionaire business and that won't be your only business. That you know, I understand. Yeah.
Like myself, when I came here, I saw people building houses. You know, even I invest in houses and renovate houses, but I want to build.
Right.
So that just was an idea again. So I bought land in Stone Mountain, and I built houses from the ground since I've been here. I've always been a risk taker. You have to take risks. Yeah. And then I'll try to not to concentrate on my weakness. I have weakness, like everybody do. I stay on my power every day, you see, instead of my weakness. Now, even though I set goals on my weakness because I have to keep improving, and I also know the power of goal setting. You have to take it out of your mind and you crystallize it. You got to put it down. You got to see. You got to have a plan. If you don't plan, you plan to fail. So all these things, we do have the basics. We do have that burning desire for success. And success is a choice. You have to choose it every day when you leave your home. You see? And most of us are afraid, a lot of fear. And then we don't have the discipline. And we in the black community, you come to some brothers and say, hey, man, I have opportunity. And we complain, I don't have the money. You see? And we do have the money. We use the money to destroy ourselves. Look how much money we spend last weekend, Friday night and Saturday night, in the smoke and the snort and the girls and the alcohol. We spend a lot of money. We don't want to cut back, see, and save the money. We got bad habits. Your habits will make you or they'll break you, okay? So this is one thing that I know about the business world. You got to be a disciplined person. You can't do what the masses do. The masses are like the Democrats. They're like the sheeps. When you see a herd of sheeps going someplace, they're going to the slaughterhouse. That's it. The masses of my people is like that. Yeah, you got 10 or 15% of the African American people. You know, they make money. They got the bigger cars, the bigger homes and different things. But that's on the individual level. Right. But we have to do it like the Jews and the Chinese. They do group success. Yes. And it's more easy. That's why we're trying to show that example ourselves to the younger brothers. I have grandsons, you see, and sons, granddaughter, great-grandson. So, but if we don't show them, not talk it, but show them unity, that what these brothers here is doing, y'all can do it bigger and better. See, like yourself, you're bigger and you're going to do things better than your father. Yes. Because that's how the Creator set up the universe. So we try to do the same thing. And it's getting better in our community at this time. Things are changing. You find more young people want to have their own now. Yes. They don't like that 9 to 5. It's a risk, but it gives you have to have leadership ability too. See, leadership, you got to be a person with character, credibility, commitments. And this is what we're training and teaching people. We have to have strong leadership in the African American community because we already know the leadership in the politics has failed us. Leadership in academic has failed us. Leadership in the religious movement has failed us. If not, then why we begging and don't even have supermarkets and can't even produce food for ourselves, and we just eating garbage and being sick at 50 and 60 years old. We didn't give up. We're ready to go to the grave. You see? So that's what we're here to do. This is a mission. It's not just about the money. We're about making a difference in the black community.
All right. And Abdul?
Yeah, I just want to go with your, one of your questions was asking about the street hustlers, right?
Yes.
And what can they do? I think one of the things they could do is they understand that they're great businessmen. Say doing business, they buying products and selling it for a higher product and making a profit. And they're keeping all these numbers in their head. Right, so their accounting and the system they got going on and all that, right? That I'm here to tell you that they can transform all of that knowledge that they have with what they're doing into something that's upright and good for the community. All they have to do is start believing in themselves, get with a mentor, get with someone that's in business, right? And to make up their mind that they want to take that money and change it over, because it's not a career it's a short career doing the things that they're doing, so they have to transform that money into something else that can be good and then become a businessman that we're capable of doing.
That they already are.
They already are,
Yeah.
no question about it.
Yeah.
They have the skills to do it, right? They just got to change the product.
Mm-hmm.
And like Malik was saying, look around and see something that we're using every day and figure out how to get that product into the marketplace. You know, and it's wide open right now for that. Yeah. You got the internet marketing, which will allow you to sell your product all across the country. So I think it's very important that the young people look at that and decide that they can and make their mind, the street hustlers and all, right? That they want to change that money over and change their mind in their way of life, right? Into doing something that's beneficial to the community, and find out they'll be very successful.
Okay. And the last question of the day, guys, is what's your favorite quote, Bible scripture, or proverb that you kind of live by?
Well, I have one because I'm Muslim, so it comes from the Quran. God says in the Quran, seek by the means that he avail you hereafter, but do not neglect your share of this material world.
Okay. Did you want to go into that a little bit? Why that was that's your favorite?
Well, the language is we do all that we can to live right on this side because this is just a stepping stone to another dimension of life. And we try to do everything we can good on this side, but we can't forget to get some of this good earth on the good material things while we're living. Mm-hmm. We can seek the hereafter, but a lot of people in religion, they want to keep you in the hereafter,
without living in the present.
But everybody else enjoy the now, but they keep you in the hereafter. So we have to balance that. You have to have you strive for the hereafter, but you have to have some share of this material world. Now God says, get your share. So he already told us every human being has a share of this earth.
Right.
No race of people should own this big share of the earth while another person don't have his share. All we have to do is just go get our share. And God told me to get my share, so I'm going to go get it.
Go get my share.
Yes.
Okay. And then Ali?
Yes, I have so many affirmations, man, from the Quran and the Bible. Whatever you strive for, it will soon come into sight. Scribing is not only scribing physically, it's scribing with your mind power. Okay. Mental muscles is what's missing, and that's what we put out: ask, seek, and knock. These are three principles. And there's the great laws out here, and if you follow the laws of the universe, you can't miss. It's real simple. And once you understand how it works and how the universe works, then you have to stay in line with that truth, with those principles. So those laws is the key to success. That's what we have from Africa. That's what we brought here to this country. My granddaddy was a man that worked for $1 a day, walked 10 miles to go to work. Every day, walked 10 miles back. But this man left 30-some acres of land We building brand new houses on the land. He had vision. He was a leader. So we use the same principles of the old school in the 21st century, but we got blessed with technology now. Technology is helping us to reach masses on the internet. And, you know, we're not on the TV, we're not on the radio. So what God has blessed us with the technology. So I'm grateful for that.
That's beautiful. And Abdul?
Well, I think in order to be the most competitive person that you can be in terms of getting your share of this life and in the next life, right, is that you must come to an understanding that, and to bring out the best in you, you have to come to an understanding that God is one. And that if you think a black man is God, you're 50% crazy. If you think a white man is God, you're 100% crazy. So we have to come to that realization that there's only one God, right? And by coming to that realization, right, it brings out the best in you and allows you to strive to be the best human being that you can be on the planet.
Okay. I like that, man. Again, I really appreciate you guys for taking your time out, man. It's a wonderful interview. And tell everybody how they can reach you.
Well, they can reach us on thetrueproduct.com. That's our website. They can reach us. They can buy laundry detergent also from WeBuyBlack.com, and we're on Amazon.
Awesome. And then with that being said, this is the conclusion of our interview, and we'll see y'all next time. All right.